Well, the reason why we've started writing Reinventing Financial Services is very clear for us, at least. Well, the last 3 years we've been talking with a lot of CEOs worldwide, CEOs of financial companies and also from both banks and insurance companies. And when you speak with executives around the world, basically you see that they're very preoccupied at the moment, especially with, for example, the credit crisis, of course, the debt crisis. And that relates often to their balance sheets, to cost cutting, to making their companies more efficient, etc. Well, that's all very logical because most of the financial institutions around the world have been in survival mode the last couple of years. And now again with the debt crisis there are quite some challenges for them. But at the same time what we see is that this focus upon this cost cutting and efficiency sometimes is also accompanied by a second objective. The second objective usually being we want to be more customer centric. Well, if we look at the cost cutting bit and about the balance sheet, there's a lot written about it, and still if you open any newspaper, any blog, you will be able to read a lot of expert opinions about this subject. About the subject of customer centricity, on the other hand, we noticed that there's still a lot of confusion about that and that it's not very concrete in many cases. So what does customer centricity really mean? And in fact, that's our expertise. So that's why we decided to write this book. And in fact, if you look in the whole world, this is now the first book really putting the customer central in financial services. So that's why we think that's behind the reason why our book is successful in many countries at the moment. Actually, it's been translated now in 10 languages. And to really make this book a success, we decided to interview more than 50 CEOs around the world in financial services companies to understand what they think is customer centricity and to understand what they consider to be best practices. Also, we talked with a lot of professors of renowned business schools. For example, here in Spain we talked with IESE to see what their opinion is about a certain kind of topic. What we did with those best practices, we put more than 100 of those in our book, and we also put the vision of those CEOs in our book, but also our own vision, based upon fact-based, so based upon a lot of research. And in the end we came up with 6 consumer trends that actually we see all over the world. 6 consumer trends that we are sure of that any financial in the world should react, or even better, be proactive in countering those trends. Well, and I've got here one of our books, those 6 trends. Actually, the first one is consumers' relationship with financial institutions has changed. Second one is consumers are calling for transparency and simplicity. Third one is consumers become more and more self-directed. The fourth, consumers rely on the wisdom of crowds. Fifth, consumers are revaluing values. That's about ethics especially. And the sixth one is about consumers prefer to feel close. Those 6 trends actually we analyzed, we researched them, we looked at what are the best practices, what are the reasons why they are important, and what are the consequences, especially for any financial institution in the world, concerning business model, concerning products, concerning pricing, concerning branding, actually all the business operations of a financial company. So that's basically what our book is about. I won't go into detail in all those trends. If you like to hear more about them, you should read the book. And any questions, visit our website. Thank you very much.